Y así arranca el segundo, es esto, la fábrica del día de la fecha, esta sección en donde lo que hacemos es hablar de la industria de la música, como nos gusta a nosotros hablar de la industria de la música, y ya hemos hablado con productores musicales, con organizadores de festivales, y hoy nos vamos para Estados Unidos para hablar con los amigos de MAYRA LEE que ya están conectados con nosotros. Hello, my friend, I'm Manu, there is Rablo, are you listening good? Chin, 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 chin.
Hi, how are you guys?
Yeah? Excellent, excellent. I'm fine. My friend Rablo is there. I'm gonna leave you with him. He's gonna make the same question we make all band and all artists from all parts of the world. And later, in a minute, we're gonna talk about from the present of MAYRA LEE. Okay? Excellent. Una mujer de pocas palabras.
Sí, perfecto. Vamos a empezar. Thanks for your time. We know that it's early in the morning, so thanks for...
My first cup of coffee.
Perfect. The first one, not the last one. Excellent. So we are live, so please tell us your full name, where are you from, and how old are you?
Yeah, my full name is Talia Amundsen. I am currently calling from Brooklyn, New York, but I'm originally from outside of San Francisco, California, and I am about to be 23 years old.
Wow. Nice. See, and can you tell us which is your first memory of you listening to music?
Oh, yeah. Me driving in my dad's big white van when I was younger, and we would listen to this mixtape that my first grade teacher gave us when we had to move from New York back to California. And it was a mix of Coldplay, this old Sia song, and that song Home by what's it called? Like, home is whenever I'm with you. You know that song?
No.
No!
It's okay. Sorry for that. I'm old. I'm over 40, so I don't have a really clear mind. It's okay. No problem with that. See, then you're going to remember. No problem with that. See, and see, can you tell us which was your first instrument and which was the first song that you learned?
Yeah, my first instrument was drums when I was in third grade. I picked up guitar only 5 years ago and started writing 5 years ago.
Wow.
Self-taught. The first song I ever loved, oh my god. Honestly, the first song I ever really was like, Jesus Christ, and started to get into the backstory and back production of it was Heroes by David Bowie.
Oh, beautiful. See,
yeah,
for sure. It's a simple. Yeah. It's a simple one, but it has a lot of power. Beautiful song. See, and can you tell us, are there any places to study music for free, or you always have to pay in the United States?
Ooh, YouTube is free. But honestly, most places you have to pay a lot of money.
Okay.
So and usually it's kind of like there's one way of learning, which is like people usually teach you on standard, and it can feel like there's four walls and you don't have the freedom to explore other stuff. So I felt grateful to I had one guitar lesson once, and it kind of ended up just being a jam session. I just started showing the person some little amateur songs I was writing at the very beginning, and then just went on to exploring open tunings. I mainly only write in open tunings, so that's great.
Wow. Excellent. See, then we are going to talk about the guitar playing and that kind of things. See, and can you tell us, because Manu is a guitar player, so he's interested in that kind of thing. See, and can you tell us which was the first concert that you went?
Oh, 2012 Taylor Swift at Madison Square Garden.
Excellent. In the right place. The Madison Square Garden, Taylor Swift. Listo, ya está.
Yeah.
Excelente. Terrible. Nice, a nice one. And can you tell us how did MAYRA LEE begin? And you tell you changed the name to Dino Expedition?
Yeah.
That kind of things. Can you explain that?
Yeah. So, originally we were called Dino Expedition, and that started about 2.5 years ago. And then my band members, Cabe Teams and Aiden Velasquez, joined a little after I started Dino Expedition with a few other people, and then those people left, and Cabe and Aiden came on. And we were playing for about a year. We recorded Capture the Flag in a basement studio in the Lower East Side, Manhattan. And then, playing shows and stuff. And then we kind of decided we were getting closer to, putting out the record and finalizing everything. And Cabe brought it up one day and was like, hey, I'm feeling like, this band means so much to me, and like I really see it going, farther than, for much longer, but I do want it to feel like a band, and maybe something representing that is naming the band together. Even though I write all the music, but they write all of the drum parts and the bass parts, like it's a collaboration, and I think naming it together was a big thing for that. So we were sitting at like a cafe in Williamsburg and coming up with so many names, and also before that sending names through iMessage and notes, and it's hard to come up with a band name. It's really fucking hard. We all really love Cat Power, and the old Cat Power record, MAYRA LEE, is like one of my favorites. And I always liked the idea of having like this like different persona stage name, kind of like, like Hannah Montana in the early 2000s. It's really Miley Cyrus. So, and all the songs are real stories about my life and my family and stuff. So it's really cool to now, have this name MAYRA LEE, and it being like this narrator to like my life story, and this different persona that I get to play on stage.
Okay. Sorry, the question is kind of personal because in different regions. Manu is in Buenos Aires now. I'm in Barcelona, and I have the chance. We have the chance with Manu to speak with people from all around the world. See, and something that always appears is pop music and church. And it has different meanings all around the world. For example, for me, it's crazy that people that went to church then play metal, heavy metal, So, and people that listen to Taylor Swift make this kind of music that it's kind of grunge and power. Why happens that kind of things, do you think?
Yeah, well, it's actually really interesting. I kind of have like my own like my mom would listen to soul R&B, and my dad would listen to like, Bob Dylan, Neil Young, and folk country. So I had my own like discovery of like indie alternative rock music and post-punk, and I just found it so empowering. I think it was like hearing the different instruments, especially like the screeching guitars and stuff. And I've always liked the like 90s musicians that, the female vocalists that have like really light voices, and I just think it says a lot. So yeah, my own self-discovery into that. I liked Taylor Swift growing up, but honestly now cannot relate to her music.
It's okay,
actually,
it's okay.
Yeah.
We can understand that.
Yeah, and it's been kind of like a long road of like discovering what I like and discovering what sound I want for the band, but I feel like there's a lot of different music I really like, and I think that really adds to the creation of our music, because if it was just one genre that I listened to, it could get quite boring. Excellent.
What do you define? Perfect. Sí. Manu, ¿alguna pregunta? ¿Le querés preguntar por la...?
Sí, estoy muteado. No estoy muteado. Okay. So I want to talk about from the sound of the guitar and the bass Do you guys mess around with alternative or drop tuning to something like that to get that darker vibe?
Yeah, the dronier kind of like, I play in a lot of alternate tunings. I play in like different variations of open D, open C, open G.
Wow.
And different variations off of those open tunings, which is so fun. And I've figured out how to do it live, because it's like every song I'm having to tune out, and it's like, okay, there's this like, at first there was this weird kind of like void silence, and like I would have to create stage banter and be like, so guys, but now I have this pedal that like, it's a delay pedal, and I put it on right before the song ends, and it cuts up everything that it just heard me play, rewires it back together, and it loops it. It's also a delay pedal, and it sounds like this crazy like you know, like you're kind of going back in time, you're warping back in time, and it's really beautiful, honestly, and I really like it, and it fills that void really well. But also I started playing with I have to play with 2 guitars now because, you know, it's just there's too many tunings. So.
Excellent, my friend. Excellent. And are you a pedal nurse, constantly tweaking and knobs and trying to wear stuff? Or do you stick to a pretty classy setup with pedals and no VST and everything with the foot?
Yeah, we record live. The record was recorded all at once, mic'd up the room and recorded all at once, and then we overdubbed some of the strings, which is just, you know, taking the next one. But yeah, we like to do everything, you know, naturally. We don't like to like, I think we really like that live sound, and we want to give that to, you know, people like, you know, y'all are in Spain.
Sí. No,
yeah.
Manu is in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I'm in Spain.
Oh wow, yeah. So like people all around the world could hear us and how we play like in a live show, because obviously I don't have the money to make it out to Europe right now, but you know, y'all can really hear our raw sound, and I really think it's like the raw and the grittiness of it, and that's our sound. So playing it live, all it like recording it, hitting record and just going with that, you know. And also not all bands can do that. I feel like we have great chemistry, and it's brought out in the recordings. So but I do have quite a few pedals. I have an overdrive pedal, I have a delay pedal, I have that pedal that I use for when I tune differently, the delay pedal, a delay loop, whatever. It's really weird. I will never understand the full extent of that pedal. And then I have this kind of like space reverb delay pedal that I've been using recently. It wasn't on the record, but it's been adding like these really cool like background essence for a fuller sound, because we're only 3 people. So it's like, but we still have a very full sound, but this pedal like really even makes it fuller. And then what else? I have a tuner pedal, because you always got to stay in tune. And
the distortion.
Yes, the distortion, overdrive, and the booster, which overdrive, distortion, and booster go together. And
but
I play
you use the overdrive from the amp, or a pedal of the distortion pedal?
I use both, and I use a Gemini Ampeg amp, so it's a tube amp from the 60s. I'm very into vintage gear, and I use a hollow body Gretsch, which also really is really good with getting feedback.
Tremendo el setup que tiene. Sí.
How? I want to know how.
It's impossible for us to make that.
Yes,
Tremendo lo que
I love the artwork and the visual style you guys use, that the whole drone, you know, the illustrative, that vibe. Who does that artwork?
Yeah, so the record artwork is done by my friend Lynn Rose Torres, who also is from Brooklyn. She's amazing. We both went to Pratt. She graduated. I dropped out of college to pursue music, but she does amazing, lovely art. Her Instagram, so I can plug you guys onto her art, is, everyone follow Lynn. It's chest full of lights, and just amazing artwork, like super crazy.
Wow. Ahí nos está mostrando nuestra amiga Natalia el arte de Chest Full of Light, de quien hace el arte de tapa de MAYRA LEE. Excellent, my friend.
¿Qué pasa? Then you can send the link to us.
I will.
Sí, perfect. Sí. Nice,
yes, I'll send the link, and then another friend made the single artwork for Corkscrew Drawers, and then I made all the other single artwork for Dean and Magpie, and I make a lot of our visual artwork. I make all of our posters. If you've seen our Instagram, like they're all hand drawn. I'm just very into that. So
we really like that. Do you know someone is writing? Do you know Masacre from Argentina? The band, bueno, sí, then we are going to send you the link. Maybe it's an interesting band that you can listen to. Sí, muy bueno. Manu, cerramos. Sí, no, porque tengo una pregunta. Sorry, my question, because you say that you want people to listen to your music live. You know, you record live and that kind of things. Do you have any friend or someone that listen to AI music? I don't know why AI music is getting millions of hundreds of listeners and that kind of things. Where are they?
Yeah.
You know?
No,
how do you feel about that? Sí.
And I think they're
Qué buena pregunta, Raúl.
Sí,
I think people, there's so many people in this world, and unfortunately, what my friend said the other day, they were like, a lot of people listen to really mediocre music.
Sí, no, but it's mediocre or no, it's I don't mean that, but AI music, you know,
it's mediocre.
It's not real.
No. It's not real. See, but you have people that listen to this and it's AI music. Okay, perfect. Sí.
Wow.
I don't have any friend that listen to that kind of music. Wow. Sí.
Neither. I actually haven't heard any AI music. Personally, I've heard like that it's a thing, and I personally don't listen to music on Spotify anymore because fuck Spotify, even though my music does have to be on there.
Excellent.
But yeah, we don't like Spotify out here. Everyone's very against it, at least in big city of New York. Yeah, and so, but yeah, and I know I just try to like emphasize, I think Bandcamp is really trying to like be like no AI music. And then what else? Nina Protocol, which SoundCloud. I don't know if SoundCloud's being like no AI music, but the smaller music platforms, the underground, it's like they're really trying to be like no AI music and none of that. And I think that's also what's happening right now with AI and tech and stuff. It's really and also like Live Nation and all these mega
Live Nation,
money people.
Manu is speaking about the Live Nation. Last week he was speaking about that. Sí.
Yeah, and like they're ruining everything. But when like when stuff like this happens, it's like the underground gets so inspired with like anger, and they're like, no, we're gonna create our own, and that's where like the true art happens. And I do believe that like although it feels very like bleak right now and like oh my god, like how do we even find good artists right now, because it's like it's being just like saturated and covered by this blanket of AI and like Live Nation nepo babies and all of that. It's like no, but like when you do find the real artists, like you guys are finding these underground artists, it feels even more special, and like it's like you have this story and this meaning and like this connection that like you can never take away, which is really important. And I do think the underground is gonna have its it's always been here, but they're gonna have their revival.
Sí.
Wow.
No,
yeah.
Es muy bueno lo que dijo. It's nice what you're saying about the people or music with history and meaning. Perfect what you're saying. I completely agree with that.
Well, I have a surprise for you, my friend, because actually Raúl isn't a person. He's actually an AI model. That we
No. No, it's not true. I'm a human. No.
I'm like, wow, they got really fucking good at AI.
we put a lot of money, in rock. No, muy bueno.
No.
Excelente.
My friend, just for close the interview, we're gonna listen Clockwork.
Beautiful
what
song.
represent that song for you?
Oh yeah, Clockwork. Oh wow, that's an old song. You guys went into the old music. Yeah, that song. I moved a lot as a child, and that is pretty much describing how, like, you know, everything changed so much from like the innocence of being a child to when I grew up, and the many different things that I saw, and how it's just like, you know, you can't stop time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Muy bueno.
Excellent.
Sí.
Excellent.
Beautiful finish.
Thanks for your time, Talia. I hope the best.
Sí.
Thank
hope
you
the best.
guys.
Sí.
Lovely meeting you guys.
The same. Thank you very much. We are going to send you the link for the interview and more links when the live show ends. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Bye, my
Have a
friend.
good day.
Llévatelo, Raulo, así pasó Mirali.